I want to be the mother of those children. Back off, bitch. You're not the mother of my kids. They're mine.
Strong words. Stand by them.
It is different when you have your own than when there's step. So
you don't know that. So you can't speak
I've witnessed
to that.
my
and it's
friends,
unfair for you.
I have witnessed my friends and people that are close to me have their own biological child. It does change. It's my opinion.
Tamara and Vicki, Kimberly from Chicago wants to know, would you tell parents who have adopted children that their love is not the same or as real as love for biological children?
No, my sisters are adopted. I have 2 older sisters that are adopted. My parents loved us all equally.
But you just told Meghan that it's a different kind of love.
I'm sure my mom had a different liking to the 3 of us, but she never told us.
You just said that your mother loved them
but
all
my
the
mother,
same,
I'm
and now you're saying that she
but
didn't.
she never talked about it. We were all, from my perspective, we were all created equal. We were all treated equal. I don't know how it all works. I don't have adopted children. I don't have stepchildren. I think it's great that you love your children.
You don't know, but to say one way or the other how love works, that's disrespectful.
No. I said it's great that you love your children, but
right.
I am also saying, if and when you have your child, you will see the difference.
In your opinion?
In my opinion. That's my opinion. You're asking my opinion.
Maybe I can let you know someday.
Right.
I've witnessed firsthand. Simon loved Ryan, but as soon as Sydney, Spencer, Sophia were born, it was like, it's different.
Heather, Lorelei from San Diego said, you were accused of breaking girl code. Is Jim's ex-wife, Allison, upset with you for being friends with Meghan?
They didn't break up because of Meghan. Now, if that had happened, I probably would not have been able to have a relationship with her.
Meghan, does it bother you that Heather is still friendly with Jim's ex-wife?
Not at all. The thing that I always keep separate, I never ever talk about her.
I'm gonna sound like I'm stirring stuff up, but you made a comment that was, I thought, really mean to her. You said that she was crazy and her kids would confirm that?
Yeah, I said she was a very unhappy
horrible.
person.
But that's not nice to say.
She's not on the show. She can't answer for herself, number one. And number two, you never talk about the mother of the kids, ever.
Meghan, Jerry from Santa Fe wants to know, you called Vicki a hypocrite for wanting to buy Brianna a car. Why?
Well, Vicki told me to take away Haley's car and to not give her these things because we bought her a car. And yet, here you are giving your daughter a car.
Well, my daughter's educated, and she works full-time, and she's married, and that's not a hypocrite.
We weren't talking about that. We were talking about buying a car.
Well, actually, we were talking about working. My daughter has a full-time job and is a mother of 2.
And Haley was in high school.
Well, she
high
wasn't.
school, 17 years old versus
I'm not
20
saying, listen,
years old.
I just believe that you should make your children work for gas, work for a part of the payment, work for something. I just know what I did with my children. They have always worked, and they appreciate money. So they know what hard work is. And I was just giving you some advice on what worked for my family.
You weren't trying to understand the circumstance. You were just trying to say X, Y, Z, black and white. And it's not like that with the
You know what?
family.
Tamara and I talked about it as well. We were all talking about it, that it is a recipe for disaster when you don't make your children accountable at 17 years old.
I just don't think you can make sweeping judgments like that.
Yeah,
It's
but
case to case. But it was the same thing like when we were in the Pearl shop and we were talking about, you know, how we spend money and what do you tell your partner.
If I was a husband and I went to work every single day and my wife was at home spending my money, I'd be pissed.
There was a lot of, it's sort of the same thing, very sweeping judgments on how everyone should behave, how everyone should deal with.
Well, that's not true, Heather. It wasn't sweeping judgment. It was about my judgment, my viewpoint about money.
Your
You didn't think it was a sweeping judgment? Yeah.
Well, I am a working person.
But we're all working.
Right, but I'm telling you from my perspective, if I went off to work every day and my husband didn't work and he told me I spent $18,000 on a necklace, I think that's disrespectful.
Money's a big thing to Vicki.
It is.
It's a big thing to everyone.
Yeah,
No, but to Vicki.
Everyone.
Well, you know why, Tamara, I think is because I value money. I obviously, we know through my divorce, I had to pay down a lot of money. Because I built the business up. So yes, I'm very probably super sensitive to it.
When you are a stay-at-home mom, you work your ass off. It is so much easier sometimes to go to work than to be home and dealing in feces with 4 children and carpooling, and it's love it, love my children, but it's hard. And so why can't you have a nice purse?
Profound words. Shannon, Jeanette from Dodge City, Kansas said, you were very upset to hear that Meghan put Haley on birth control. What's the big deal? Would you rather Haley got pregnant?
I think that I was a little bit vocal about it because the way that she presented it, you started out the conversation with, I made the decision.
I was giving her a way to talk about it openly, to talk about sex openly, which I think is well overdue by the time you're 17 years
Agree.
old.
Yeah.
And saying, hey, this is not something I necessarily condone or not, but you're an adult in so many ways, and you're gonna do what you wanna do as regarding sex. And so here is me giving you this opportunity to go on birth control if you want to.
Meghan, it seemed like towards the end of the season, you and Haley were kind of disconnected. How's your relationship now?
We're great. There's normal teenage ups and downs.
Does she watch the show? What does she think?
She gets very protective. 1 to 2 weeks before Leanne died, when Haley watched the episode where we were getting ready for her winter formal, and she was very crabby that day, especially toward her mom. And Haley was very upset about that episode. And I was like, look, Haley, this is a gift that you've been given by watching this on television. You can still tell her you're sorry. So she did. And Haley made peace with that, thank God. So she saw her behavior was bad.
That's great.